Hey, what's up? Hey, y'all. All right, so we running this back like we did yesterday. We're on multiple devices. Um, we're going live. This is Money Tips. We are going to be covering 7 streams versus 7 jobs. So if this is something that you'd like a little bit more information about, stay tuned in, share the stream with others so we can have this conversation because I think it's one that a lot of us uh, we need to talk about because we go out and create more jobs for ourselves thinking we are producing additional income streams. So share with your friends, get the folks to join. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Tremaine Wills. I'm an investment advisor and a financial planner. I run a company called Mind Over Money, where I help entrepreneurs and small business owners and go-getters create financial plans, invest, grow, and protect their wealth. And we do this using the Rich Roadmap formula, which is our process that we take clients through so we can get similar, predictable results every single time, right? If you don't have a process or a strategy for your business, you don't have systems, you ain't in business, right? So we follow a system with all of our clients. So enough about me. We're going to be talking about 7 streams of income versus 7 jobs. And what I want for us is I want us to lean into having 7 streams of income instead of creating 7 jobs for ourselves. So, hey, Candace, thanks for tuning in. So if that's what you would like to talk about, shoot me some hearts, and we'll get started. While I'm looking and seeing who's here, I want to know where are y'all at, right? What state are you in? And if you're watching from another country, I don't know, maybe we got international followers, right? Let me know where you are. Everybody likes to rep their state. So right now I am in the great Commonwealth of Virginia. And that's where my company is based. Well, we are a virtual practice. I have clients across the country, but my office is located in Virginia. Ooh, coming in from the UK, Alabama. That is awesome. Florida. Hey, y'all. Hey, okay, great, right? One other thing I like to encourage too is, especially if you are a business owner, I always like to provide space for people to tell who they are, what they do. We got some folks that are headed back to the U.S. on the plane. Okay, tuning in from the plane, right? North Carolina, Louisiana, Gambia. Okay. But if you are a small business owner, I would love for you to share comments about what you do, who you are, who you serve. I believe that every space that you show up to is an opportunity to tell people about the service that you provide. So please feel free to do that in these comments so that you can potentially meet somebody who needs your service or wants to collaborate with you. And it'll just give you an opportunity to continue to practice, to tell folks who you are. For many of us, we go into spaces and we shrink and we do not share, what makes us special, what makes us unique, how we solve problems. And so I want to just remind you that anytime I'm on a live and I'm talking, it is a safe space to talk about what you do so that others who are watching might be able to find you. So Twitter fingers, right? get that keyboard going and tell us what you do in the comments, okay? But before I forget, as always, if you are trying to identify a way to work with a financial planner, financial advisor, and you need some additional guidance after you hear about what I shared today, you can work with me by commenting Invest23. That'll shoot you a message where you'll be able to get on my calendar and see if we're a good fit for one another. And so that's Invest23, one word, and I'll be happy to talk you through options for you as we talk about building wealth and what that looks like. Okay, right? So let's dive into this thing. 7 streams versus 7 jobs. Okay, so how many of us have looked on our timelines or even been guilty of ourselves, right? Of thinking, okay, I want multiple streams of income. I want to put myself in a position where I got money coming in from different places. And what we do is we go find another place to exchange our time for money, right? And so you might have seen this, like folks their day job might be teaching, right? And then they decide to start a travel business or they start a life insurance business, or they start selling jewelry, right? And so we pick up this additional job that requires us to become an expert in another space, right? So, and it can be misleading because initially when we start something fresh, something new, we got like our go hard fans that will support us no matter what, right? Like we might not need to know anything about this new space, but because they are our friends and our family and they love us, they're gonna buy from us. But there comes a time where that circle of people that are gonna buy that runs out and you hit a wall, right? Because nobody else who doesn't know you, they don't see you as a subject matter expert in that particular space. And it's important for people to know, like, and trust you and believe that you know what you're talking about when you're delivering a product or service. And if you can't show that, sales dry up, right? And so one of the things I want us to do is I want us to move away from creating additional jobs when we think about additional streams of income, right? So if you pick up a new stream of income and it still requires your time, that's not another stream of income. That's a new job that you just bought yourself. Okay. So the multiple streams of income actually come from different types of ways that you bring money in that don't require you to trade time for money. And so I want to talk about and teach you what those are. So as you are identifying the ways that you want to bring more money into your household, you are positioning what those income streams are properly, right? So the first type that most of us are very, very familiar with is earned income. This is the money we get from working a job, right? Where typically we have to go in, provide a service, and then we get a paycheck for the hours spent. Okay, that's earned income. That's the one that most of us are very, very familiar with. And when we go get another job, typically we're just creating another job within that same income stream type, right? We're dividing the same time stream up. So that's earned income. The next type of income stream is capital gains. So this happens when you acquire an asset and then you sell that asset for profit. Okay. The money that you make is a gain, right? That is a different type of income stream, right? It does not have to take me a ton of time to buy something and sell it and then make a profit from that thing, right? Sometimes I can set that stuff up on automation. And so, but this is a separate type of income stream. So when you're thinking about ways to create additional income streams, you want to identify, okay, how am I going to use an asset that I have to make more money that is not my time? Capital gains as an income stream is an additional way to do that. So we got two now. We talked about earned income. We talked about capital gains. The next one is interest income. Okay. Interest income occurs when I lend money out to somebody or a corporation and they pay me money, interest on the money that I lended out, right? So a lot of us, we are paying interest income for banks and institutions when we borrow money. So when you become the lender, right, and you have people borrowing money from you, you can get interest income. That is a third income stream. Okay. Are we starting to see the difference between having 7 jobs and having 7 types of income streams? Because that's what we're talking about here, right? So if you're enjoying this conversation, like, share, give me some hearts, let me know I'm doing a good job. Talk back to me, right? I used to be a teacher. I need some interaction. Okay. The next one is dividend income. Okay. So this occurs primarily when we own shares of something and we get paid dividends from the profit of that company. Right. So if you buy dividend stocks, I'm a huge fan of DRIP programs, dividend reinvestment programs, where the ownership that I have allows me to get paid just because I own this thing. Right. That is a different type of income stream. Then we have rental income. This is widely popular in real estate. And so I can make money from renting out a space that I have, and then that income stream comes into me. I don't have to do anything except make sure the person who's renting that space can pay me for using that space. Okay, that's rental income. That's another income stream. Then I have business income, right? This is the one that I think a lot of us assume we are doing when we take on another job. Okay, so the money that I bring in from my business, that profit that I bring in, is business income. And then lastly, we have royalty income. This is super popular in like the creative and art spaces. There's other industries, but this is when you have created something and then every time it's used again, you get income from that. So think about like the royalties from creating music, right? Royalty income. And so when you think about producing or creating additional and multiple income streams in your business, I want you to think about all these different types that are not, let me go start this additional side hustle, right? My phone started ringing. So I want you to think about all of these things that are not, let me start this additional side hustle. Uh-oh, my camera going crazy. Y'all still with me here? Okay. So let me know in the comments, what is a new income stream that you didn't know about before this live? Okay. What was one that you think you can add to your portfolio, right? Is it going to be capital gains, right? Is it going to be interest income? Is it going to be dividend income, rental income? What about business income or royalty income? Which of these is going to be the next income stream that you add? So while I'm waiting for y'all to tap in, it is important for us to solidify our first income stream before we start stepping out and going into different spaces. I think what a lot of us get confused about is we see higher net worth individuals like athletes and entertainers that have all these different income streams that appear to be unrelated, right? So they might own a restaurant franchise, and they might have like a trucking company, and then like they also do all these different things. But what you have to do is remember that core first income stream, the first way that they made a lot of money was that earned income that just came in, and it was a solid stream. The money wasn't trickling in, right? It was a way for them to produce a solid stream that now they can leverage that asset and turn it into different income streams. So we have to get our core, our main income solid before we decide we're going to step out and venture into something else, right? So this isn't to say that when you become an expert in one space, that's the only thing you have to do, right? But it is something that we should use as our guiding point, that we focus on getting our core income stream solid before we fracture our focus and go find something else to do, right? A lot of times we want to jump to the next thing before we're solid in one area. So think about what needs to happen so that you can stay focused on the first income stream, and then start to use the profit or the discretionary income to invest in your next income stream. And so a lot of times what happens is, and I do this with my clients, right? Typically the next step we take is we look for ways to get capital gains income, right? And they might not be taking that money out immediately, but we invest in stocks because over time, the value of the assets are going to appreciate. And then when we sell it, we got a profit, right? Or we might look at bonds. Bonds give us interest income. So, right. So when you think about additional streams of income, primarily the setup is taking that first stream, that earned income, and turning it into assets in these other income streams. Okay. So I hope that made sense. Let me know in the comments if this was good, if there was something that you had an aha moment. And if you want to talk about this one-on-one, about specific details of how this can apply to you, comment invest23. I'll be more than happy to hop on a phone call with you so we can talk about your personal situation. So I got a couple questions here. How can I connect with you? And so on TikTok, you can shoot me a DM and we'll get connected and schedule a one-on-one meeting. I don't know how to get back to the lives on TikTok yet. So shoot me a DM and we can get connected. We'll set up a phone call so we can talk through this. I got a question here. What's a good allocation for dividends? So this is a super personal question. If you hop on a phone call with me, we can talk about creating a customized one-on-one strategy for you. So invest23, it'll shoot you a message on Instagram to work with me one-on-one to get on my calendar. I think we're good. Y'all got any other questions? Thank you for telling me I did a good job. I was hoping that it was helpful for you. I'm hoping that it was super, super helpful. My mission is to always come on here and add really good value so that even if you're not at a point where you're ready to work with an advisor, at least you get some good information that you can execute on by yourself to improve your finances. As a wealth planner, I love to hear good advice because I hear some false stuff. Listen, and that's why we got to get on here and teach more, because there's so much bad advice all across the internet that sometimes we're required to kind of step in and just do more teaching. So happy to have you on here. And like, hopefully you'll be going live some more too, right? So we can have more good advice on the money talk. Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy it was great for you. So I don't really see many more questions, y'all. So I'm about to shut up off these different devices. But if you didn't get a chance to connect, that's Invest23. It will give you access. It'll shoot you a message so that you can hop on my calendar and we can see what's a good way to get connected. So I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. I'm going to spend the rest of my day in meetings with clients. So it's going to be a really good day. I will see y'all tomorrow, probably around the same time, where I'll come back and share some other good nuggets. All right, y'all. So we're going to hop off these lives here.